everybody. This is Aaron at Ag Diesel Solutions. Hope things are going good in your area. I know we've experienced some adverse weather conditions, but we figured we'd take the time while guys are sitting down getting everything figured out for the rest of the planting season to sit and speak with a customer of ours. He's a first-time customer. We're going to go through, ask him a couple questions, see what his thoughts are, see what his viewpoints are for the future going forth in his operation, and how they've also benefited him. I want to thank his customer for joining us today. We just want to go through a couple questions with you and give our viewers out there some viewpoints of what they should be seeing on their end. So, as I said, you're a first-time customer. When did you begin using our modules?
We first started using the modules, would have been last fall. We were approached by the folks here and to possibly purchase a module for our combine. We run a CaseIH 8230 combine, and we had been experiencing some issues in the past when we get into some, especially cutting beans, when we would be out there in some high yielding beans, 60 to 70 bushel beans. You really had to drive slow going through those beans. The engine just couldn't, machine could not handle the amount of mass going through. It was frustrating, took forever to get through a field, especially if it was making good yields. So we, my ears perked up when I, heard about what sort of solutions they could provide with the module. Obviously, with any new product, you have, very skeptical. I was just thought at first, just another thing to spend money on. I was not real thrilled at first, but kept thinking about, in 2015 in the fall, going through those beans, just really slow, really frustrating. So, of course, in the fall of 16, ran it on the 8230 combine and had just excellent success with it.
So you mentioned you gained a lot of success. Was that in both horsepower standpoint and fuel efficiency, or?
Yeah, right. So essentially, what we saw cutting the beans in the fall of 16, when we first got the module, we were in a nice big field. My father was running the combine. He ran it with the module turned on for the first 40 acres or so. Now, mind you, this is a very similar situation that we ran into in the fall of 15, where it was high yielding beans, a lot of mass coming into the combine, and we ran it with the module on, had no problem running at normal speeds, going through, no odd sounds in the engine wasn't bogging down, didn't have to, the percent power wasn't going over 100% on the combine. Everything was running real smooth. And then after, I believe it was the first 40 acres, we went ahead, went over to the module and just turned it off. It's simple as that. And we basically did a side-by-side test. And just night and day difference. Whenever the module was turned off, we had to reduce speed significantly on the combine. We couldn't wait to turn the thing back on, basically, just to get moving again. So that's what we saw.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's what our modules have to offer. So your skepticism on it, initially going with a new product, you can, you have your doubts. What was your main doubts before you went with it?
My main doubt with any new products, in the ag industry right now, there are so many products that are being pushed onto farmers. Buy this, it'll increase you 10 bushel an acre. Or buy that, it'll give you, 2 times the return. Your head could spin all the stuff you can buy these days. So initially I was like, well, this is just another thing to buy, another thing we got to keep track of, another thing to go wrong. But for the money, it was, and after testing it, I had my doubts at first, I'm not going to lie, but I trusted the guys from Ag Diesel Solutions, and they were easy to work with. I felt comfortable that if I did have an issue, that they were going to, come to the rescue basically and help us out. So, ran it, and it was just a great investment for the money I spent in it. Easy payback in the first year. So, real happy with it.
So with the lucrative market we're in now, as far as something that's going to be adding a return to your investment, you think you're gaining a couple gallon an acre in fuel savings?
Oh, without a doubt. Fuel savings is one thing, but boy, just being able to drive faster and get things done quicker, don't have to worry about slowing down. We just being able to keep up the efficiency. That's the main thing for me is time. Time's money.
Well, for those first-time customers out there that have any questions, I mean, what would be your recommendations to them if they're getting ready to enter purchasing a product like that?
Right. I would definitely try it on the combine first. I think that's a good fit. You really see the effectiveness of the product on the combine, and if you have success with it on the combine, similar to what I've done for this spring, we're in the middle of the spring of 17 right now, so I've added it to a 4-wheel drive tractor. Been trying it out. I use it for running a 30-foot Turbo Max, and have already noticed it's a CaseIH 385. Already noticed that the engine doesn't bog down when I'm going up hills. I very rarely lose speed. That's a heavy tool, so that's one thing that I added it to. I knew that would be a good fit for that particular machine, and so far so good.
Well, that pretty much sums up what we have discussed for a first-time customer standpoint. This is one of the first times we've done this. We want to thank him. I mean, he's been great to work with. Has seen a great benefit and great added revenue on his operation here. A very good farmer, makes very wise choices and decisions. As you can see, hopefully this will help you decide that we can also be part of your operation and be integrated into it as well. Be sure to stay tuned for further videos, whether it's installs, customer testimonials, or ride-alongs here. We got a lot coming up for this spring. Always remember to farm smart, farm efficient, farm with Ag Solutions modules. Thank you guys and have a great day.